fun, leh.
It's on.
Tell me, bro, what do you want to know?
So, what is truth and what is the power of telling truth? Today is 4th of December.
It's Navy Day.
It's a Navy Day.
Yes.
And the time is 11:45.
Yes.
Quarter to 12, midnight. And we have CV who's going to speak about the truth, and the power of telling the truth. Please, sir.
You see, Rajiv, what is truth is a question very hard to answer because each one's experience is his own truth. Now, power of telling the truth is again not an easy answer. It's about being truthful. It's not about telling others about the truth because when you tell your truth may be understood in different ways depending on people's perceptions, people's whatever. But it's about being true, if at all, to what you stand for. What is your truth? And that's what matters. So, it's okay. You don't have to compare your truth with other people's truth. You just be true to your own conscience. You do what your heart tells you. You do things not because of what people tell you to do. You do it because you just love to do that. And if truth brings happiness to others, then it's a part of the truth. But by lying or by saying things that you don't mean, you actually are only looking at yourself. You're not looking at others. You're worried about yourself. You're seeing what I can get by saying what I say. You may think it's the truth, or you may even try to tell people it's the truth. The fact is, in saying the truth, have you made someone else better? Your truth should be not for yourself also. It has to be for others. And that is life, in my understanding. And again, my understanding may be a lie to someone else, but this is my truth. Truth to myself is all that I know. I don't know what more to say.
What if when you say that truth, you may be seeking to get something, you want to convey the truth, but what if it hurts somebody else?
That's a very good question. See, Rajiv, you're saying the truth not because you want to make someone happy or make someone sad. You're just saying your truth. Now, your truth is open to people's perceptions, people's understanding of what you're saying. Some may accept it, some may not accept it. But you are not here to impose the truth or impose your truth on anyone. What should be more important is if your truth has touched people's lives, if your truth has led people on the right path, taken them down the right lane, then it's not about achievement also. It's just that you said something and someone benefited from it. That is my vision of the truth.
So, how do you see people who feel offended by the truth? How do you see them?
I never look at how people look at what I'm saying or understand what I'm saying. I say what I say, and I say it. So I really don't know.
I mean,
I never get offended.
I'm rephrasing the question here.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on people getting offended by your truth or an individual's truth?
Yeah. When I say something, I know that people will perceive what I say, or rather, when I speak my truth, I know that my truth will be perceived in the ways that people know. I never get into analysis about what people will think about what I'm saying, so I don't get offended by anyone. I don't get offended because it's just about saying what I feel.
Right.
And I'm saying it, I as a person, I know, I'm saying it for the betterment or the benefit, if it benefits. I'm not saying that what I say is the template for people's lives. It is just that I'm saying things just that, just so at least somebody will benefit. I really don't know. Maybe one person may benefit, maybe 100% may benefit. I really don't know. I don't do it with a result in mind in that sense.
I understand that. You're talking from your point of view.
Yeah, because you asked me my point of view.
Right. Now, I am actually asking for that angle where you see people getting offended by listening to truth. Like you speak truth, and I feel offended about it. So, what are your thoughts about people getting offended about?
I actually have no thoughts about people who get offended.
Okay.
Because I honestly don't know who I'll offend when I tell my truth. I don't know.
Okay.
Because I'm not playing to a crowd. I'm just saying. And I may think that these people will listen to me or not get offended, and they're sometimes the most people, those people itself who get so offended about it. But I don't judge them. Because my truth is not their truth. Their truth is not my truth. My own truth is my own truth. Means my experience is my truth. Sometimes it's not about placing my experience as a template on other people's lives. It is just a guide. I've gone through this. This is what I saw. This is what I felt. These are the results of my experiences in my life. I'm only trying to express about my life. I'm not trying to say that my truth has to be your truth or somebody else's truth. My truth might be a lie to someone else.
So, how would you like to help people to win with using the power of telling truth? Because that is the context of this whole video. What is the power of telling the truth? What is the benefit of saying the truth?
Yeah.
Okay, so there are people who are getting offended by the truth. So, how would you like to help them overcoming to avoid getting offended and winning with the power of speaking the
You
truth?
see, when somebody expresses themselves and speaks about something, they are speaking from their experience. Correct. If I got bitten by a dog, I had a certain feeling. Somebody else got bitten by a dog, they got a certain feeling. Now, it's not about impressing the truth on others. It is only about expressing your truth. Now, your truth, you're expressing. But it needs a lot to express one's truth. It's not to say that this is right or wrong. You're just saying, this is what I know. This is what my experience has taught me. It is just a guide. So we should not, we should never try to, or rather, we should not mistake the map for the territory. Somebody is saying something. He's saying it with all his heart. He's saying it thinking that maybe, okay, let's put it this way. If I express my truth to you, I'm just trying to tell you that, bro, I went through this experience. I was going through on this road. There was a pothole. I fell into it, and this is what happened to me. So my truth is just a warning about what happened to me. Maybe tomorrow when you go on that road, there's no pothole there. It's all clear. I am sharing my experience of my own life with others. That's all it is. It's not about impressing, forcing people to follow my experience or my understanding of that particular experience. I never feel bad about what others think. In the sense, it's okay. It's all right. Everything's fine. You happen to be there. I was telling what I said. You were there. You can think of it whichever way you like. It's all right with me. So I never feel bad about what people think.
So how would you like to help such people?
I cannot go and tell people, here I am to help you. If they need help, they will ask me. And if they feel that yes, CV is saying something which I could go to him next day and gain from CV more, I'm always happy to help.
Yeah. Now let's
Help means I cannot see. Nobody can help anyone except oneself.
Yeah, true.
If someone wants guidance or some help, after all we are human, we need some manna from heaven. Sometimes we're in trouble and somebody helps us and somebody talks to us. It's one of those things, you know, Rajiv. So it's not that you're right, you're wrong. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong. There's nothing right and wrong actually in this whole world. It's perception.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say this guy comes to you and says, CV sir, you know what? I always sometimes get hurt. I hurt myself when somebody speaks truth and it comes off differently, and I don't know how to deal with it. So, what are your thoughts on that? How would you like to help this guy who gets offended by truth and is failing, and you want him to win? What are your ideas or 2 cents in his life?
See, a person who gets offended by truth is a person who is worried about what others think about him. Nobody is talking bad about him. They are only expressing their life, their experience about life. Now, if a person is getting offended when I'm speaking or I'm expressing my truth, he seems to be seeing a mirror of himself in my experience. Now, when he is experiencing or he's feeling that feeling, he doesn't want to face that because he would rather see that failure or that whatever is happening in his life in somebody else. They say we see in others what we deny in ourselves. So I'll go hell for leather to help somebody who is in need, but I can only carry him up to a point where his perception ends or begins. Sometimes you can tell good things to people, but it's up to them also to take a leaf, at least a leaf or a page out of that book. Nobody's saying take the whole book. Take a leaf. If this is a guiding principle, from there you can go anywhere you want. You can flourish, you can do wonders, you can go forth and do great things. Correct? So in my life, Rajiv, I have never understood how to change others. I only understood one thing. If I have to change anything in the world, I will change only myself. If at all. I'm not saying that I'm God. I'm not a Bhagwan. I'm not a Swami. I'm nobody. But there are certain things in my life that have propelled me to do what I do and to make me joyous without any cause. Truly speaking, it doesn't matter to me. There are few things in my life. Sorry, you didn't ask this question, but I'm volunteering these answers.
It's okay, sir.
There are few things in my life I never felt. One is jealousy. In all my life, I've had pride. I was rude. I had all the emotions that any human would have. But I'm always trying to find out a situation in my life where I felt jealous of someone. It's never happened to me, Rajiv. Because I always want everyone to do better than me. And that's always been, it's not a principle that I adopted. It's sort of a principle that came from birth. So, it's just that, how do you you got certain experiences of your life. How do you share your experience, at least as a guide or a torch? Someone's going in the darkness. Can I give my torch to him and say, bro, that's all. My whole life is different in the sense, if there's anything I want in my life is, how do I, from my little experience, I'm not saying I'm a Buddha or I'm nobody. How can I be of help in any way? In any way. If it's a person crossing a road, a sick person, or an old woman, or a dog also trying to cross the road, how do I help them to cross the road? What can I do from my side is all that matters to me. Nothing else matters, Rajiv. Because I believe that I came here with nothing, I go from here with nothing. If at all I have done anything in this world, it should be my contribution. And in that contribution, I will have the greatest joy. And in joy, death and birth don't matter. So, our life should be lived in the earth with only one perspective: joy. Joy without any reasons, any causes. You just do what you do, and that's it. It's not about leaving a legacy, it's not about people remembering you, it's not about anything. It's just that. What could you do for your compatriots? What could you do to make this a better world? That's what matters. That's all you are here for. You're not here to take anything. And when you contribute, nothing else will matter. You may be outside without a home, without clothes, or with clothes, but you don't know how to spend a cold, wintry night. Your contribution will make you warm. Your contribution will make you warm. The blessings of thousands of people that you served in some way will keep you warm, because cold doesn't affect a man who gives. The heat doesn't affect a person who gives. Nothing matters in the end. Somebody asked me many years back, what is mind? I said, no matter. And someone said, what's the matter? I said, never mind. It is just that, Rajiv. It's just that. Life is so beautiful. It's just that we complicate lives. We are always in a state of analysis, analyzing everyone else, but never analyzing ourselves. We got to go into ourselves. We are wasting our time trying to analyze everything outside of us. But when you go inside, that's when your journey is fully, you're really going into the journey of life. And that's what's important. Do you have any other questions?
Thank you. That is all, sir.
Was it good?